How does convention over configuration simplify Spring Boot starter projects? Imagine building a house where the walls, doors, and windows are already in place, and all you need to do is decorate and furnish it. That's what convention over configuration does for Spring Boot projects. It makes setting up a back-end application much easier by providing smart defaults and automatic setups. Instead of writing tons of code to connect databases or configure servers, Spring Boot does most of the heavy lifting for you. When you include a dependency for a database or web server, Spring Boot automatically configures the necessary components. For example, if you add a dependency for a relational database, it will set up a data source and connection pool without you having to write any extra code. This means you can focus on writing your APIs or business logic instead of worrying about the nitty-gritty details of configuration. Spring Boot also uses auto-configuration. It scans your project for libraries and dependencies and then sets up the application accordingly. If it detects a web library, it will automatically configure an embedded server like Tomcat. If it finds database libraries, it will set up the connection details. This reduces the need for manual Excel or Java configuration files, which can be complex and time-consuming. Another big help comes from starter dependencies. These are curated bundles of libraries that work well together. For example, if you want to build a web application, you add a single starter dependency, and it pulls in all the necessary libraries for web development. This avoids dependency conflicts and makes sure everything is compatible. Spring Boot also expects configuration files to be in specific locations, like the main resources folder. You don't need to specify paths or load configurations explicitly. The framework automatically detects files like application properties or application, IML, and applies the settings. This makes managing different environments easier, as you can have separate profiles for development, testing, and production. Embedded server support is another benefit. Spring Boot comes with built-in servers like Tomcat or Jetty. You can run your application as a standalone executable jar file, which simplifies deployment and testing. No need to set up external servers or containers. Of course, if you want to customize anything, Spring Boot allows you to override defaults easily. You can add your own configurations or change settings as needed. This flexibility means you get the best of both worlds. Simple setup with the ability to fine-tune when necessary. All these conventions and defaults make backend development faster and less complicated. You spend less time on configuration files and dependency management, and more time on writing code that adds real value. Whether you are creating APIs, connecting to databases, or managing server-side logic, Spring Boot's approach helps you get started quickly and stay focused on what matters most.